Happy good evening, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in on this brand new episode of my daily live stream. Let me just, fix these things here. That's unbelievable that I have all these things lying out here while I am already going. And the market turned red, as I could see. So obviously we will turn the studio also in red. Welcome. And today I want to know, as you know, the topic is growth stocks. So let me know in the comments, what is your favorite growth stock out there? You know mine. Since the beginning of this channel, I'm telling you, Tesla is my love, and obviously I'm supporting Tesla very much. I think it will be one of the biggest companies in the world, and we are talking about those companies that will change the world, that will become the biggest companies in the world if we are lucky, if we choose the right ones. And today we will discuss why it's important to get into growth stocks ASAP, okay, as soon as possible. So hit that thumb up button just when you joined. This helps the YouTube algorithm very much, the channel. Obviously, make sure to subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget the chat, right? Don't forget to let me know where are you watching from, as always, and what is your favorite growth stock. And the story actually begins today. Today was a quite interesting day on the stock market. There was two very important people in the US for the US stock market, and therefore also for other markets, because the US stock market is just like a big influence to all other financial markets because of its size, because of the complexity, because of the stocks they are trading there. Most of the most valuable stocks are from the US. And if we are talking growth stocks, guys, then we are not talking about, this moonshots only, like, Beyond Meat, Tesla, Virgin Galactic, Teladoc, Zoom, right? We are talking also about Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, all of this are also growth stocks in terms, or more mature growth stocks, right? There were those diamonds that you could see 10 years ago. By the way, the most profitable company in terms of stock returns is Netflix over the last 10 years. And then comes, after, I think quite after it is Domino's Pizza. I'm not quite sure. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. So definitely there was two guys today in the interview today, which was very important, which was Jerome Powell and Mnuchin. And they talked about, that they have still tools to help the economy, to help the stock market, and so on. And, basically, if you heard already the 60-minute interview, then you maybe didn't have the time to watch this. And I totally agree. I thought sometimes it's just... Ain't nobody got time for that. And I was right, because, not much new information. I was waiting for those new information. I was looking for them, guys. I was really looking for them. I couldn't find them there. So, however, it's all about the same. So they are looking into economy, what's next with the economy, and then they are hoping to stimulate the market, or the whole economy, with their tools that they have. And their main tool is monetary policies, okay? So they have access to funds of the US, or they can just print or create funds. They can just make one big government check and buy stocks, bonds, whatever you can imagine, guys. There's no limits. The Fed can be so creative, and if it's not possible, then it will be made possible. So there's really not to underestimate the power of big money of the government, especially the US, and it seems that the Fed went from monetary policies, right, that should help to stimulate the economy, right, with cheap loans, okay, We rather see something now that Fed is pumping the money into the stock market, like indirectly, okay? And this is a very interesting thing because we never had something like this before in this dimension and the speed that we are looking at. And this should help definitely growth stocks. And there's another very important point for growth stocks, guys. It's very important to understand that crises changes user behavior, okay? So not only how we will consume, but in which stocks we are looking into. It will also really change how we do things in the future. Now, the current health crisis is a black swan. I think you could agree with me that we couldn't know that it's coming, right? In this scale, we underestimated it. We don't know yet the total outcome of it, right? So all of these aspects are showing us that we are not really knowing how to handle this right now. So anyway, even when we come back to a kind of new normal, okay, when we will go back to work, maybe we will, consume back meat when it's back into the shelf. Things are changing in our daily dynamic as a consumer, and this is where we see that innovative companies thrive and have their great hour, right? They are having great success. I'm just telling you, companies like Zoom, guys. Zoom totally exploded into their user numbers because people are staying at home now and connecting with their families, connecting with their work colleagues instead of having meetings. Same, guys, with Slack, Amazon, Netflix, all these esport games, all these companies are getting now a second spring, let's say, okay? But then you have like companies like Zoom that really shines out and becoming part of this consumer change, as well as Teladoc. Teladoc also benefited. I think Teladoc was even mentioned as a smaller cap company in a conference of Trump, and was totally, shoot to new levels, which I really like when this happens to growth stocks. Let's have a quick look at what the live stream chat is doing so far, guys. Okay, so yeah, remember to hit that and smash that like button, guys, okay? That's no joke. Let's see which questions. So Rafael Marquez, Rafa is one of our regulars here, and he is saying, as a geologist, I will say run away from oil. Now, I think we are getting new eras of oil. However, I think, I still believe oil will be a companion for us for the next couple of decades, but in the $15 range maybe, okay? When we going more and more into energy storage, electric vehicles, sustainable energy, I think oil will have a much less important role than it is today, obviously. Then what else we have? G-Rep says, Beyond Meat never fails me. Been day trading since 76. Good luck with that. I'm always a supporter of buy and hold. Obviously, I have a very microscopic part of my portfolio just to, have the fun of trading. But overall, I think that it's quite interesting to really just hold and go for it for a couple of years. And then if you have 10 growth stocks and 3 of them and you were right on them, right, and they explode like Netflix, like Amazon, then they will make your portfolio just stellar, bro, guys. And this investment strategy you see also in venture capitalists. Okay, they are looking into 20 startups, just putting money, and some of them will be $1 billion company or multi-million-dollar companies, and this $100,000 check will become a couple of it will just multiply by 10, right? There's some people 100% in Tesla. I have seen I have seen that a lot. Just it seems like a stock where you have where you can have a huge conviction, right? Okay. Then Hugo is here as well, one of our members. Facebook is reaching new levels. They announced acquisition of Giphy and the launching of Facebook Shopping. Would it start a battle with Amazon? I always think that they try to find their own niche, right? Because if you're thinking that they are starting shopping, then they are starting in a way, or trying in the way that Amazon doesn't, right? So because Amazon is just such a company that they will fight you until until it doesn't worth it anymore to go behind it, and they have all the money behind in the world, right? So we have Atlanta here, we have New Jersey here, we have Shaw Marshall is asking, any airline discussion in the future, Danny? Yes, why not? If you want to know something about the airlines, I'm happy to do a live stream only on airlines if there's enough interest. Tomorrow I'm posting a vlog of 3 very interesting travel comeback companies, and there's one airline that performed or that didn't perform so well, but I think it's with very high conviction that they will come out of this quite funny, and and then JJ is asking, when do you think Virgin Galactic will be profitable? And I think that's a quite interesting start into the topic, okay? But before we going into the topic, I would like to go with you guys real quick into the market, okay? The market just it seems it losing a bit of steam towards the end, just like 17 minutes left in this trading day. So we have seen Apple just about almost 1% up today, and then now finishing the day almost neutral. Uber also a huge ride today, started negative and then went up and then going back down. Space almost no change. Beyond Meat again, huge up. So congratulations to all those that are with me on that since a couple of months. Congratulations to those that listened and invested. And this is for sure a great opportunity to say, guys, I'm not a financial investor. I'm not a financial advisor. All the information that you hear here are of course only for informational, education, and entertainment purpose. Tesla also almost no change today, minimal. Deutsche Lufthansa AG, Booking.com, Shopify a little bit positive, Win positive, Amazon positive today. And it seems there is a source saying that Amazon might be interested in acquiring in GC Penny, right? So this is something that push Amazon stock today up. We have S&P 500 and the Dow Jones both now negative, as you can see here. Nike a little bit up, and Netflix plus minus 0. Crude oil a little bit up today. On the day, Facebook 2.5% up as well. So those are the numbers of the market, and let me just prepare the first graphic to dive into growth stocks. So the question was from JJ, when do you think Virgin Galactic will be profitable? Now, the main question is here, as we have this cheap money, okay, let me have a sip here. While Jerome Powell is printing some more money for us here. Okay, so we have very cheap money on the market. Okay, we have much money, or more and more money, into the hands of big hedge funds, of pension funds, of investment banks and individuals and so on. So the market just have more money that they can go into. And this money, number one, is to make more of that, right? So they usually turn to the bond market, to the treasury, to the stock market, right? And or property. So there's a different kind of asset classes that you can invest in, commodities and so on. But when you invest into the stock market, there's two options. There's either you pick stocks or you go into the index. The index was very, very good performing, but there was the asset class of growth stocks that was very well as well. And especially when the stock market is overvalued, then it's a quite interesting play for growth stocks, because growth stocks can be overvalued by the valuation perspective. But if you are having a clear picture where this company can go in the next 5 to 10 years, and you think this company can be 10 times as high, okay, then you see a lot of undervalued stocks, or huge potential stocks rather, right? And I want to show you how successful the growth stock investing was over the last couple of years. So this graphic is here by Franklin Templeton Investments, guys, okay? This growth invested now $10,000 between 2007 and 2017. So also including the financial crisis, you see that the growth stocks, the growth Russell 1000 was outperforming almost the whole time the value investing, okay? So you have seen that it doesn't crash that much. It recovered faster. It recovered more and towards more and more and cheaper money. We have seen that the growth investing had a return of 159% versus just not even 100% in the value section. So 60% more, guys. It's phenomenal, because if you're thinking then the next couple of years, this will outperform significantly, okay? Then we have something that, if you're looking into growth stocks, then you will see that the most of the growth stocks are in the tech industry, right? We have like growth stocks into the software area. We have, health. We have, food. This kind of sectors are deemed at one point of time and always a couple of years to be innovated, right? Overrun by new technology. New technology is giving us the chance to evolve. And this, as you can see, the growth in energy for the next couple of years, or for growth in 2020, seems not to be big. And energy is a big sector that could be quite overrun by an innovator into the sustainable energy, I think, so Tesla is definitely a candidate that can, innovate in this area very, very much. We have Teladoc in the health, we have info and technology, for sure, companies like Tesla, and communication services like Zoom, so you see that there's lots and lots of companies that can evolve, and the most growth are being in those sectors where you have also lots and lots of innovation. The next graphic showing us that you might see some stocks now, right, that are matured from this growth. Like they had this growth over time, and then they went into a sector or into the area or into the saturation part of their business, right? So for example, look at Netflix, right? They revolutionized the DVD rental business. They kicked out Blockbuster out of the market and make them basically run out of business. It was a huge business, guys. And then they pivoted from the DVD business to the streaming business, and you see how much money you could make on Netflix if you would foreseen this growth. They obviously really a kind of benefited from the internet, right? So you see also big changes in our consumer behavior, like the internet or big innovations can also bring big companies out there. And if we go back to the list, you can really say which company benefited from what, okay? So we have seen Netflix benefited from the internet, Amazon, internet, Apple, computers, Starbucks, consumer behaviors, right? Some people didn't thought about it to have coffee shops like a brand, to feel cool, to stay there, to have Wi-Fi, Then you had Nike, also consumer behavior. More and more people, feeling good to wear jeans, feeling good to wear their Nikes into offices and into not only on the running pitch but also on the normal day, right? Then you have Alphabet, a big benefiter of the internet. Disney Entertainment, McDonald's revolutionized the food, guys. Watch the movie Founder, guys. It's about the foundation part of McDonald's. So as we go along this list, you see that each of these companies was a growth stock in a very much of a DNA. And then you also need to see that these companies need to also pivot within their companies to stay where they are, because otherwise they will be overrun by new growth stocks. So the whole universe of stocks is at one point of time some kind of growth company and growth stocks, right? So therefore I'm believing, personally myself, I'm a growth value investor, I would say. Which means that I love to look into fundamentals, but I rather to 80% tend to the growth side, especially now in these timings. But I always look how the fundamentals are, what is the cash flow, what is what of kind of assets they have. I always put some valuation powder of an investor always into my own experience of this, right? And therefore you see, and coming back now to JJ's question of being when Virgin Galactic will be profitable, this is not the very important question. The important question is that the money that comes into a growth stock is being invested into the company and then returns the best return of investment in terms of capital and stock growth. And if you're looking back, Jeff Bezos didn't make profit for a couple of years, and he was hated for that, but he invested lots and lots back in the business and built one of the biggest companies in the world, and therefore he has a better return of investment than Warren Buffett. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine that? So he actually reinvested all the most profits into the company and therefore become better investor by fact, by numbers, than Warren Buffett. So that's pretty much it. I want to have a look into the questions if there's some other important questions, guys. I see here Mario is our member from London. Thank you very much for tuning in. Then don't forget, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, obviously. And some people are wondering, if what does it mean to be member. Below all my videos and live streams should be like a join button. If you join this, there is 3 options to join, to be either Wolf Pack, Real Wolf, or Ultimate Wolf. Great value and support of this channel, so make sure to check this out as well. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, because I'm going after all the comments. Okay, I'm taking my time to answer all the comments at all times and all my videos and live streams. And I'm very happy to see what will happen tomorrow, if the market decline will continue, or we see maybe higher highs, right? We don't know. Let's see. I'm very much interested into that, and hope you too. If you are into that, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget that. And I see you tomorrow, and have a nice evening or day wherever you are currently at watching Wolf of Dubai.